Check.
Mic check, we good? Okay.
Type 1 in the chat if you can hear.
Right, most time Christ, you can hear us, right? Who's online with us today? Who's online?
Right now we have Sister Yakwa, we have Officer Parataza, we have Sister
Parataza, man. Hope you're okay. You get better, man. You know what I mean?
Awanaya.
Okay, big up to the sisters. Big up to Awanaya, if you're saying the name right. Awana or the Awania?
Amanaya.
Oh, Hamania. That's my rib. Hamania. What's that? Big up to my rib, Hamania.
We also have Sasha Wall, and we have Young Man Meech. Qadash. And this is the only people that call Maria Stevenson and
okay, big up Maria.
And Qadash.
We also have other people,
but they didn't comment.
Okay, most time Christ. I mean, whoever's out there, I mean, let me know who you are out there also, right? We're a family, all right? So that family members being known amongst each other. The topic today will be a scripture that Jeremiah brought out yesterday about how good is it for brethren to dwell together in unity, right? So we're gonna get that scripture also in Psalms 133 and 1. I let you know right now the word for unity also. Just so I can be up to speed, just so I can give you a taste of the water, right? The word for unity is yakad, right? Yakad, and yakad is a word built out of the root word, which is akkad, right? So akkad is the word for one. Ahad, right? This is the word for one. Okay. Good. So now identifying the root word in Lashawan, but in the word Lashawan, right? You're looking for 2 or 3 characters, where this is not 2 or 3 characters, so meaning what? Something in here has to be a tense. Alright? And that tense will be in the middle. You're going to be looking for a ya or a wa in the middle, right? These are what we call middle tenses, right? Ya makes things past tense. That's like our how we call a ed. Ya is a doing tense in present tense, as like an ing. All right. So here we have a tense right here. That wa right there, which is like an ing. So you take that out, where you're left with just what? La shan. Lashan. And lashan is the actual word for tongue. Okay. All right. Lashan is the actual word for tongue. The word lashwan is the doing word for tongue, because your language, the language you speak, is the action done by tongue. Ing signifies action. Ed is according to action that is done. Okay. All right. Let's just try to keep the class Lashawan Qadash. All right.
Say again, Alon.
Let's try to keep the class Lashawan. That's Lashawan Qadash you're doing right there.
No, I'm trying to get the Wi-Fi.
Oh, the Wi-Fi. No, you're doing it, right? So it's good, right? Okay, no, I think the phone number is the password. I'm not sure if it's still.
No, I hooked it up to mine so you don't slow up the class.
Okay, most times, right? Okay. Good, right? So Lashan is the word for tongue, and that is the base word, the basis or the root word for Lashawan. We always say it, so we gotta know what the hell we're saying, or else we're gonna end up like Nathaniel saying we're reading things that don't know what we're saying. And next thing you know, you start a whole group with no Lashawan Qadash. Rabbi Eraser. This one, I don't think this is the good one. Okay, and this goes for anything. The Qadash right? Qadash. Yeah, I'll get it. Qadash is how many Hebrew letters? Hebrew letters, characters? 1, 2, 3, right? So it's already a root word, all right? Okay? We have no questions online, right? Also, I need everyone who has a question in Hebrew, you gotta write your questions or say your questions, unless you're not hungry. And if you're not hungry, then you're just someone who's not gonna grow. Okay? Children grow by saying, "I want food," and they eat food and grow. If you're a child you're not fed, because if I ask you about Hebrew out there online, you're not gonna talk to me back in Hebrew. So you're clearly not fed. And any child who's not fed and doesn't ask for food, he stays and doesn't grow. He stays there skinny, and they stay here, the growth, his growth has been stunted, and he's malnutrition, and they got to bring him to the hospital to see if you can get some, what's that thing they put in them again? They make them drink. The damn Nutri, what do they call that thing again, man? The milky thing. You know what I'm talking about, man. They got one in Jamaica too. I don't know if they give the children Lasco. Right, when the children don't eat. I don't know if they do that no more. Right, the children, they eat on Lasco and then they go to the hospital because all they eat is Lasco. And they got a health element bite. Right? So we can't be like that. We gotta try to grow. We gotta ask for food.
Right? You have a question, sir.
Okay, most anchor. What's the question?
Sister Makwadash, she asks, so like here, sir, what is the difference between bath and banaf?
Good question.
Tawala.
That's a good question. And those are the words for
ensure. Ensure is the word I believe he was looking for.
Say it again?
Ensure.
Ensure. Ensure. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Tawala.
Okay. Of course, every week we got tons of things to teach. Can never get through it. Can never get enough. Right? The word bath, right? Versus the word bana. Okay? So here's what I want to do. We're going to go in the concordance, and then we're going to go to the scriptures as an example of where these are written. And we're going to look at the differences in how they occur. This is everything that we teach in this class, how the school was built. You got to look at where things occur. Okay? I might need to help if there's all right. Or anyway, right? Okay. So here we have a Strong's Concordance. You see what age is done to it here. Age and living, and this is in here. We don't treat books like your Bible on a shelf, on a wardrobe, on a dresser. In here, books get used. They get used and damaged and used up. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. Now these words right here are referring to the word daughter. Daughter, right? Right? I'll tell you this based on a synopsis or based on what I know. I've never seen this. I've never seen banaf used in a name. Right? I've never seen this used in a name. Never. I'll see this used at the end of names as such as Elizabeth. Right? Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Right? This will be the one that what's the name? Bathsheba. Right? This is the one that goes at the end of names. Right? Bath goes for the end of names. Banat is built out of the word ban, which is son. Meaning what? Ba, right? Ba, na, right? Ba is for bayat, which is a tent. Right? Meaning this person comes out of a tent, right? Sons come out of tent, right? Na is for Nawan, which means sprout, right? So this is the sprouting of the roots of that family what? Family tree, right? The thou, right? Thou is mark, meaning you find this thing here, right? Bun by itself, right? Bun, to say son, right? He might not be found at home. Sons go to the battlefield. You see what I'm saying? Sons hunt for food. Sons go out and spoil other villages who have violated their village. You see what I'm saying? Sons go out and exchange in the market. You see what I'm saying? They go out there and do commerce and trade and defend business and do security. They're in the army. Daughters, daughters with the tha are found at home. It's like here's your house, right? Here's our all Israelite house in the desert, right? Right? This is the tent, right? And then here's a tree, and then you got the animals here, right? Now where can I find the daughter? I put a little line, so you gotta go around the tree, go by the cow, and she's where? X marks the spot. That's where the daughter is found. They found at home. Because this is someone who keeps her feet inside. Now our daughters today are not like that, you know. These daughters, they wear Timberland boots, you know what I mean? They wear jeans, and they will put on boxing gloves and F you up because they are men in New York City out here. They're not women who are found at home. They don't look after their kids. Their kids are busy getting molested by some transgender babysitter. That's what's going on with their kids. They're being left with grandma to be molested by her cousins at her grandma's house. You know what I mean? And then they get to be with a masculine spirit. You got to learn to defend themselves from all the molestation going up. All right? That is we live in a horrible place.
I was gonna say, so they're not cooking.
They're not. The water. They're not cooking. We're at home. They're not cleaning. You look at some of these girls' homes. I mean, it's a shame. They take the picture with the selfie, right? Exposing themselves, and in their background, you know, the windows dirty, the clothes all over the floor, you know, crumbs, flooring gets swept, Hoover in months, vacuum in months, dishes don't get washed, all right? Because she's not found at home to take care of the home. You see what I'm saying? No problem, right? A good daughter is raised at home. You see what I'm saying? Our daughters are raised in the street. Okay? Our daughters are Bloods and Crips, all right? Okay? So from a synopsis, right? That's the example I can give you. Now I want to look at places where it says daughter in the Bible, right? I wanted to use the concordance in the book, but I wanted to I know we might be short of time, so I'm gonna just go to the concordance on my tablet. All right, I'll go to the concordance on my tablet. Okay, go to the Kindle here. And excuse me for the mask, you know, it's allergy season, so you know what I mean. I'm trying to not take an allergy, so I don't stay here sneezing all day in class. All right. Okay. So we're gonna go to the letter Ba. Okay, and we're gonna go what? Ba and Na. All right. Bana. We want Bana. Bana, even though there's a ha on the end, does not mean daughter, right? Because okay, let me put it on the board so there's a clear understanding of the ha on the end, right? You have the word Bana, right? Because people ask me about this all the time too, so I want to make sure that we cover that. All right, so there's a clear understanding and there's no misunderstanding. All right. Right. Ban is son. Right. Ba na with the H on the end. Right. Does not equal son. Does not equal daughter. Ba na on the end with the H. That H does not mean feminine, like how the white man, like how the academia is going to say that this is a feminine. They refer to a sense of feminine versus masculine, meaning one is in charge and one is under the man in charge. Bana means built, right? And when you're reading that Bible, you read in Genesis, sons of many families built the Tower of Babel, right? That ha, meaning you are serving a man, just like how women in nature versus a man, the woman serves the man. So the oppressor in academia, he refers to this as the feminine tense, but it's not referring to feminine as in gender. It's referring to feminine as in rank. And you're going to see that all over the Bible. The Most High talks to us and uses the ha all the time. You'll say I shall with the H on the end. Why? Because the ha is the serving tense. The serving tense. Okay? Good. So that's ban and bana. And then banath is the servant that you find at home. Right? Good. So now we're going to get to the banath. All right, so what we're going to do is we want to get the concordance code for banath. Okay, so we're talking about bana. We got ban right here, 11:21, a son, and that son is what? A builder of the family. That's what it says in the concordance. I don't know if you can see this.
You can see it, sir.
They can see it.
The way you had it is good. That's perfect.
That is good. Ban, a son, as a builder of the family. It's important to have sons. That's why everybody wants sons, because they want to extend their family legacy. You see what I'm saying? They want to make their family stronger. They want armies. They want militaries. They want buildings. They want commerce. They want people to do what? Have different occupations. One grows apples. One grows oranges. One grows potatoes. One grows spices. You see what I'm saying? Make a powerful nation like that. Here's the problem: America got our sons. And we gotta stop being an American sons, right? We gotta build our own. Here's the word for bana. We just went over. Bana. It's a primitive root. It's not a primitive root because the root is in ban, which is son, right? You're gonna see academia make all these errors based on how they understand word to word like English, right? Bana comes out of ban. Okay, so bana is not a primitive root. All right. It says what? Bana means what? Daughter? No. Feminine of daughter? No. Bana means to build. Literally build. Figuratively build. All right? Build. Obtain children by what? Building more children. Make children. Repair. Right? Make things. Right? Repair. Right? So that word is used for repair also because you are building. Right? In repairing something. Right? You're working. Right? Good. Let's go to banath. The tha. Hold on. Banyan. Okay, keep going. Banai. Ban. Hold on. Bana what? Ban. Okay, that's not it. That's bas. Hold on. Maybe I gotta go to this bath and see if it comes up there. Ba and then the tha. Okay, bath. There we go. Here's bath. Right? From 11:21. That 11:21 was what we was reading a while ago, as feminine as 1121, which was ban. So this is talking about bana, and this is talking about ban. But I don't know if we got to check whether how right or wrong they are. Right? Bath is daughter. Right? So the concordance code is 1323. So what we're gonna do is we have to plug this into the Bible to see its occurrences. All right, because our scriptures is right. All of this was made by someone who evaluated our culture. Right? If you want to understand your culture, you have to go to the records where your scripture was. That's why I don't believe none of these books. I don't care who says it. I don't care what oppressor is out there saying anything about anything or in any book, because our scriptures is number one. Right? We don't need nothing else except the Bible. all of these are for us to use as tools to pick up where we left off, because the earth is made for our sakes. So the persons did the research on our culture, so we can understand our own culture through the tools that they have done the work for us. Okay? Okay? So what I'm going to do is 1323. I go to the Bible. All right? And I go to 1323. I plug it in. Okay? And then we got Genesis 5:4, right? So we're going to see how it's used in Genesis 5:4. So we're going to go to a scripture in the Tanakh, Genesis 5:4, as one example. Okay, good. Now when we go to Genesis 5:4, it does not say Ba'ath. This is the same thing I'm talking about. The book said it, but when you go to the records, that's not what was there. It says Banawath for daughters here. That Banawath is referring to the Banat. Okay, that's the exact same thing that we was talking about, right? You have to look at the occurrences, or you will make academic mistakes. You see what I'm saying? You believe in academia, but then you go to the scriptures. In reality, when the real life Israelites didn't live like that, didn't speak like that, right? So Banawath will be pre-time. You could say that's like pre-Moses, right? Nawath. I would even focus on that, because Banawath became Banat. All right? Okay? So Banawath is the word for daughter. Okay? Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to check out a couple spaces, and I'm going to see if they change the occurrence of how it's done. Okay? Okay? So we're going to go to another instance. I want to try a different book, right? Because all of Genesis is going to flow the same way. I want a different author, right? Let's go get something after the books of Moses. Go on, Abida one.
All right. So Banat has to be followed by something else then. Because it will be daughter of something.
What makes it say that?
Because Banat is daughter, so you can't just name somebody daughter.
But this is not talking about naming. This is saying that this is my daughter. So this will be the word for daughter.
Now somebody is schooling Banat.
Yeah. You gotta go to 2 and 3 Hebrew scholars. Okay, I've never named nobody Banat. That's not me. I mean, but we're doing as we do in the class. What we're doing is researching the occurrence, right? So of course now, the nation of Israel, right, is like it's coming from a place that is like a valley of dry bones, right? And as we took on, just like Adam, we took in the spirit of life, the breath of life into us. And we're gonna put sinew on the bones. And we're gonna put sinew, meaning the joints. And then we're gonna put flesh on the bones, and then the skin, and then we became a living man, meaning we're full in our culture. We're still developing, right? Of course, people in the past will say, oh yeah, see, UPK, look at it, they don't got that right. Their brotherhood ain't right, or brothers coming out of the world, they expect them to be right as soon as we get in here. No. We're building a family. The word building right here, but now. Right? We're building a family. So of course you're gonna see some things that are not right. Right? But you don't dish the house. Not you. I'm saying that people have done that. People have saw errors and faults in us. People online they will see fault in us, and they will dish the house. You see a pipe broken, fix the pipe. You know, those be like, oh, the pipe is leaking all over the place. They're gonna leave and go to another house. We're not out to even have pipes. Right? We're gonna be here. We're gonna fix the pipes, fix the leak, so we can be, what General said yesterday, we're gonna have a functioning house. Right? So things have to be functioning. All right. So you see a little dysfunction, fix it so we can be functional. All right. Banat is the word for daughter. You use that to say daughter. But what I'm seeing so far, I might be wrong, but is when you're putting in the name. So when you saw the name, someone with Bana, according to the culture and what I've seen as names for sisters have been made in the culture, Bat is the word used for daughter in the name. Name. I'm not going to say only, because I'd have to look it up. I'm only showing you the occurrence that I see. Okay? This is my daughter. This is my Banat. Her name is Bat Judah. Bat lawyer. Lawyer Bat. That's not a bad name, lawyer Bat. You know what I mean? Lawyer Bat. Banyamin Yam Bat. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah.
Also, the one with Israel, the way Israel is, you know, we will name our children in the world, like we'll name our children King or Wisdom. You know, we'll give our children certain names like that. Like it's not far-fetched to think that someone will call their daughter, or wise daughter, or you know, virtuous daughter, something like that.
The whole idea when it comes to making names is you try to make names short, right? Something short and concise. It means a big thing with small letters. So of course, all of these names, when you read their names or what their name means, these names are all sentences, but you don't read a sentence when you say their name, right? Banyamin, right? Banyamin, his name means son of the right hand. But when you look in the name, Banyamin is only son and right. The word hand is not in there. The word of is not in there. Right? The word the is not in there. Lawyer, right? Lawyer meaning joined to me. The word to is not in there. That the law, the LAW, right? The LAW, right? LAW is not a word in Hebrew, right? The word is lawad. That is the word for join, right? But a name has been formed out of this. You see what I'm saying? With the tense to say me, which is Yah, right? The Yah to say me or mine. You see what I'm saying? All of them are like that. Shemaiwan. For the Lord's name is not in that name. The Lord has heard. Heard is in the name, Shemai. Right? The Lord has heard my affliction. Aina is not in that name. You don't say Shemaiwan Aina. You don't say Yahweh Shemaiwan Aina. You don't say Shemai Aina Yah. That's not the name. You see what I'm saying? So there's a manner of how names are created, and we have to master that manner of how names are created, right? And make God, for He is a truth. He, Hawa is not in the name God, right? So the basis is you take the word, the root word, and you simply you name him after that root word, right? Or you have many words in there, you bring the words down to a concisement, and you make the name from that, right? It's very simple, right? Right? Also, there's no space in Hebrew names in our culture, right? There's no space in Hebrew names in our culture. The way our English put two words together to make a name, you take the space out of the name. For example, high tower. There's no space between high and tower, right? That comes from Hebrew culture of naming, right? You have names like MacDonald. Mac is Gaelic for son. Mac is this one right here, Mac, right? Mac is Hebrew. Mac is Gaelic for son. MacDonald, son of Donald, right? You don't put a space between it. Ban Yamyan. There's no space between Ban and Yamyan. So that's Israelite culture, right? To not put space in names, right? Go ahead.
Because if I may, we have Lord Charles. He asked, Salakia, sir, if I may, he said Ban also used for child in general.
Yes.
Leading to Ban Yamyan for children and sons.
Ban is used for sons. Okay, what he might be saying is, if you got sons and daughters, can you just say sons?
Yeah, he said, can bun refer to a female child?
No. I'm only saying that because I know where he's getting at, right? He's referring to the tenses where we might use come, right? Come or can as a possessive, right? Come means your, right? Masculine, right? Masculine. And then can will be as a preposition at the end of the word for the feminine, right? In a mixed crowd, you would say the male tense. That's what he's referring to, right? Sons and daughters, you have to say ban, wa, ban, banat, right? As what the scripture said in Genesis, right? So this is not by our playing around with rules. We have to look and see the occurrence in the records. We have to refer to the records. You see what I'm saying? We babies, we just got here. But these records is how we lived for thousands and thousands of years. So we have to refer to records. I'm gonna go back there. We was just at Genesis 5 and 4. Okay? So here we go. He begat sons and daughters. Right? Okay, if you can see it online.
They can see it, sir.
Can. What Yawalad, that Yawalad is to say begat. That's the word for lad. That's where the word English word lad came from. Right? That word is used to say gave birth to or begat, as it says right here. And it says what? Banyam. Ban is son, Banyam, sons plural. Then it says what? Wa ba nawas. Right? Ba nawas. That might be the plural too, that was, because the brothers asked me about that was. Right? So Banath will be daughter, Banawath is daughters, plural. Right, as going to the occurrence by the records, right? So you got to say both, right? You got sons and daughters, say sons and daughters. Okay, good. What time we got? A couple things on the
7:40, sir.
7:40. Okay, time running on, right? Leaving that. Okay. Let's get all the main words that we always go over. Some stuff that we always say. We know that Thawada is the word to say thank. Right, thank. Right? Thawada is born out of Awada. Awada is the word for to say praise. Okay, praise. Okay? We have a term that we say, we got the ayan dabar too, right? Ayan dabar. Ayan. Ayan means nothing. It's the word for zero. Right? None. Nothing, none, zero. You know what I mean? I want to say empty. Nothing or none, zero. Right? That's this word right here, ayan. The bar means say. And that say, if it's a man in authority, whatever he says is a command. You see this word as command a lot too. Right? Say, right? That's another phrase, right? We have ba kwasha. We say ba, right? Ba kwash sha, right? Right? The word bakwash is request. Right? Request. That ha is what the oppressor will call the feminine tense, even though this is not feminine to say. This is the serving tense. It's everywhere. You can't get away from it. This is the serving tense, what the oppressor will call the feminine. right? Ba means in. Baba Kwashab means in request, humbly. You see what I'm saying? Okay. What's the other one we say? We say Salakya. Salak. Right? We know what Salak means, right? Salak. Yes.
So does it mean pardon?
Yeah. Means forgive, excuse. Pardon, forgive, excuse is all the same thing. Right? Excuse. Right? And then Yah means mine. Alright? Salak. Yah. Okay? What's the other thing that we say? We'll say shalom. Right? Shalom. Shalom. Shalom means peace. Okay? Shalom means peace. You have fake Israelites out there who will say shalom. Right? Shalom does not mean peace. Shalom is a peace offering. Peace offering. Right? Peace offering. Right? Because the wa is like an ing. It's the thing to make peace. It's peace ink. Right? Let me see if I can get an example for you right quick. A tablet.
Right.
Come on, right? We'll just go. You go to any scripture about a peace offering. Right? Peace offering. Right? Okay. We have Exodus 20 and 24. Let's go to Exodus 20. I know there's two ways to say it, right? Okay. This one says your peace. So they're not saying shalom here, but they're referring to some sacrifices here. They got shalom here. So let's look for another one. Okay, so that's Exodus. Let me see how it was in the days of David. Okay, let's try one of these. 1 Kings 3:15. 1 Kings 3:15. Okay, you're Shalom. Hold on. Okay, this one has the word for shalom too. Go ahead, Yatazar.
Sorry, I mean, I see one in Leviticus 3:1, but it says Shalom Yam.
Right, so that's peace plural. Right, all those are good because those have the word peace in there. I'm looking for the one where the shalom occurs. I'm looking for the one where it says shalom, right? So let me see if I can just go through the concordance here. Abagadaha wa. Okay. Wa. Shalom. We got 7965. 7965. 7965. Okay. Joshua made peace. Okay, so let's look at Joshua 9:15. Okay. Joshua made peace with them, right? So Waya Aisha, and he made Laham is to them. Yahawashai, which was Joshua's name, Shalawam. All right. So Shalawam is something that you have to do what? Peace in. It's like a thing you do, right? Sometimes you make peace with a peace offering, right? But it says right here, he made peace. Right?
Which scripture is that, sir?
This is Joshua 9:15. All these ones, you want to save these because you do have people out there who don't speak and understand Hebrew, and they are going to come against what you're saying based out of someone else's ignorance, right? Because how Shalom came about in the so-called Hebrew Israelite community is by someone who came to the school and looked at what the school was doing, right? And saw that we said Shalom. And they went to a Jewish community where they wrote Shalom. And saying Shalom with the O in there, the Masoretes added an O in Shalom to make it Shalom. So a brother who was a young student in the school, didn't know no Hebrew, he respected what the Jewish community had, but he did not respect the Israelite school of UPK. And so he said, the UPK, you guys are wrong. Because I went to the Jewish community and they had the word Shalom as peace. So he believed the Jewish community over us. So now here you go, all the big Israelites out there, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. That's what Shalom means. Shalom means peace to you. Wrong. Right? Wa does not mean to. Wa does not mean to you. Right? Two in Hebrew is la. You in Hebrew is ka, as a possessive. Shalom laka is peace to you. You see what I'm saying? Formally, but we want to say formally in our talk. You want to say shalom la asad. That's formal. You could say, I don't know what you mean. But according to the basis and the continual flow of how we spoke, it will be shalom laka. Shalom laka. It's similar to how the other Arabs who have a distorted dialect, being a bastard son of Abraham, they say salam wa leika. That lays is a distortion of this, and that come is a distortion of this. How we had this in the board a while ago. Come, right, with an M on the end, is you plural. You plural. Right? Plural. Right? So that's how we say y'all today. So shalom lakam is really peace. Arabs got it wrong. Because they say the come, they say assalamu alaikum. And come is plural. So I'm not going to go to you individually and say assalamu alaikum. Arabs got it wrong too. Everybody got it wrong. Right? The Strongs got it wrong. All the oppressors got it wrong. They don't know what ha means. Right? Fake Israelites got it wrong. Arabs, Muslims got it wrong. Only the UPK got it right.
Damn right.
Right? Most of Christ, right? Okay. We want some more. We want some more of the shalom, or we good? Okay. There's no other questions online, right?
Princess Tiara checked in, along with Charles, and Princess Ithara checked in. Just started in pen as well.
Okay.
Sure.
We gotta get the alphabet, and I want to get to the scripture, Psalms 133 or 1. Anything else that we say in the school that we want to understand? Let's do the greeting. A lot of the time I see the sisters get the greeting wrong when it comes to singular and plural amongst brothers and sisters. Okay. So now, of course, our greeting is formal. Right? And being that it's formal, we're going to use the formal way of saying things. Right? Formal. Right? Atha. Formal meaning this is not the common talk. Right? This is something you say in a solemn assembly. All right? Atha is you. Right? Atham. Right? Atham is you, plural. to men. Right? If you don't want to get tripped up, this M right here. You kind of put this with the M right here. A thumb, the M is for men. If that helps you remember any better. Right? A thumb is what you say to females, sisters, plural. Right? So this is you all, now this is plural, right? Plural. You, plural. Right? To woman. Right? Woman. And what an easy way of recognizing that is that the N means not men. Right? If that helps you remember any better. I know it's hard for, when I was young coming up, it was hard for brothers and sisters to remember these things, which one to say. Right? It was hard because I was saying you. Right? It's I find among the Judites, they find it better when you say y'all, because Judites relate to y'all. Okay? Because in the natural scheme of the of Judite phonetics, they have, for some reason, they have to say y'all, and I wonder where that came from. I'm from the UK, so we don't say y'all in the UK. We say you all. Right? But in America, they was on the y'all this, y'all that. Y'all is because in Hebrew we had a seat in our language for that kind of verbiage. All right, we had a y'all in Hebrew. We had the atham and the athan, right? Formally. In common talk, we had the kaf. To say you, we just went over this a while ago. You have come, right? Come, which will be y'all, right? Referring to men, right? And then you have kan, referring to y'all, right? And this is going to be for sisters, it's for the females, all right? Now, the this kan is always written at the end of something, as these are called prepositions. Not prepositions, possessives. Possessives. Whose food is this? Is this y'all's food? Does this food belong to you? Is this his food? That his, her, you all, you, we call that possessive. Okay? If you see kan written by itself, it's talking about preparing. It's talking about, we'll say in the English, it might say thus. Thus did they go to Beth Horon. Thus did they go to Hebron. Thus he dealt with them so. You'll see kan there at the beginning of a sentence, written by itself. All right? Possessives are written at the end of a word. All right, that's how you know what that is, right? The word prepare is how we got the word yes. So how we say kan is yes, that was built out of the word prepare. Like I'm prepared. Kan other one kan. Ready, my lord. Yes, sir, ready. Right? That yes was built out of the word prepare, right? I don't want to get too tied up on that, but try to stay focused on you, right? And I want you to stay focused on, for those out there, make sure you write these down, because you're going to be seeing this at the end of class. All right? Yahweh, I'm on the side of the class over here. If I'm over here, we do what? We imagine. We're going to say imagine. Imagine and all that, right? Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Oh, you want to say it for me? Go on.
Imagine. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine. Right? So the brothers will be
Yahweh Ba Shimon Shai Barak, a thumb. That's plural. A thumb.
Got you on top. So to the sisters. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Shema Ala Thun. A thun with an N. Yahweh Shema Ala Thun. Ba Shimon Shai.
That's what's up. This is.
Got it. Right? Good. Now if I'm going to you, right? We greet. And we say, how about you, That's it again?
Seeing us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come. You see what I'm saying? Come. Do it again. Right?
Yeah, but Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. Come. Right? So that's a thought. And we had here. The word after that. Right? That was a thought individually. So individually, to the brother alone, which is just you, singular, I said a thought. But to many brothers, I said a thumb. Right? Same thing to the sisters. When I went to greet them, Yahweh Shema Allah Than, we use the Than to say you plural. Now if I'm going to a sister individually, I would say Yahweh Shema Allah Than, because I'm only talking to her. Yahweh Shema Allah Than. Right? By Shema Rashad. Right? Good. We're going to do the Amadium. I should have took a picture of that. I'll get it later on YouTube. Okay. So the first thing we said was Imadium. That's it, all right? Okay. What we call this? We'll call this class salutes. Right? Class words for class salutes.
If you could do as well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorrow upon your Hakudum.
We'll do all that too. Class salute, right? Imad Yom. Number one, Imad means stand. Right? Imad Yom. Right? Mean what? Stand. What does Yom mean?
Would it be
Say it again?
all?
No, not all. All is call. You see this in the phrase of that call. Okay? Yom is the word, is the actual word thing to say plural. Alright? So I don't want to get twisted, right? The Asam and the Atan a while ago, that's only for Asam. Okay? Now we have Ahmad, let me give you some examples, right? Ahmadium is the general way of saying plural. I don't like to put all these plural things together because I don't want to confuse anyone, right? But I'm gonna try to give you easy examples. We got chair. Chair. Chair is sa. Right? Chairs. Kasayam. What's the wrong? Sa. I think I see it without the H. Kasayam. Right? Book. Book is sapar. Right? Sapar. Right? Books. Sa-par. Yum. Good. Okay. What else? We're gonna show it for you can see it in Baltimore, right? That's a par, which is a horn. Right? Sha. Sha, right? Sha, par. And in plural will be sha, par, yum, like you said, shapar, yum. Oh, no, right? Okay? Okay, good.
So in other words, now, like for English, you just put the S on the word.
Very good. It's just like saying, it's just like,
Y-A-M.
yeah. is just like replacing the S. And that's actually one of the best examples I've heard. Because if I'm saying you, plural in English, I don't say use. You see what I'm saying? If I say use, we have miscommunication. Because use means to utilize something, to use. I'm using your car. I'm going to use your ID. So we don't say that. We will say you all, right? Or the Judas will say y'all, right? But yum is like S at the end of a word to plural. So that was a very good example, right? Okay. And so we got the example down here. Come close if you feel like you need to come closer, right? Be free. Be free and come close and take a picture of the board, right? Okay. So after that, it's going to be what Amadim Shabbat. Okay. We'll come closer, come closer. Right, plural. Okay. There's no more questions online after that, right?
No, sir.
See if we can get a water right quick.
Oh, so that, sir.
Yeah.
We do have a question.
Okay.
We have a few questions, sir. Sister Isupk Qadash says, Salak Yadawan, when we address a mixed crowd, Esau's French and Spanish will treat a mixed crowd as masculine rather than address the females separately. Is this improper, sir?
No. What you're seeing there in the French and in English, that rule comes from Hebrew. So let me get that book over here. Right. You're gonna give me on page 3 at the top. This is the same book I gave you. I'll go to page 3. About why the English and the French use that same manner in English. And I want to show you, according to Yale University, because we said shalom, my brothers and the believers. They believe the white man in Tel Aviv, Israel, when he said shalom, shalom, shalom. They believe that, right? So for those out there, let's see if you believe these oppressors at Yale University. Let's read what Yale University says. Nice and loud.
I'll start from the beginning, sir.
From the top.
This is from the Biblical Hebrew, a text and workbook by Bani Petrati.
Bani Petrati, kiddo, famous academic Hebrew scholars. Keep reading.
Vicky Hoffer,
another one.
And Rebecca Abs Wright.
Powerful people in America, when it comes to Hebrew scholarship. Read. From Yale University, Connecticut, y'all.
Page 3. The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world.
The Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world. So now when black people want to go to being the original man and finding the oldest civilization and language, why don't you consider the Israelites' language like how we do? Because it didn't say the African language is the oldest in the world. It didn't say, oh, we found Lucy in Ethiopia in a cave, the oldest human being. But we consider Amoric. We look at the Ethiopians, but we don't consider the Israelites. When Israelites are the oldest language in the world. Keep reading.
Still in use today.
Still in use today, referring to the oppressors who stole our language and culture. Identity theft, call themselves us. When the Bible says Moses was black, and the Jews were black, and Christ was black, and Adam came from what? The dirt. What color is the dirt? Brown. Keep reading.
Our own
alphabet, referring to the English. A, B, C, D. The L. The Z. Our own alphabet what?
Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a circuitous route.
A circuitous route meaning what? English is born out of Hebrew. That A in English is the same R in Hebrew. The L is the same. That L is the same L in Hebrew. The Z is the same Z in Hebrew. That letter B is the same triangle that forms the shield of David. You see what I'm saying? David got two D's in there. There's two triangles in the shield of David. Right? English is born out of Hebrew, according to Yale University. Where you would wish to bring your children to. You're going to sell all the drugs in Harlem. You're going to sell all the drugs in Harlem, Brooklyn, and the Bronx to send your kids to Yale University in Connecticut. When you go there, they're going to teach you that what? Hebrew was the oldest language on the earth. English is born out of Hebrew. That's what they're going to tell you. French, Latin, born out of Hebrew. Keep reading.
The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. Originally, only the consonants were used.
Only the what?
Consonants were used.
So when they say shalom with an O, and they added that wa to say O, you would have to remove that O. If you remove that O, you remove that wa. So it's not shalom for peace, it's shalom. You see what I'm saying? Meaning what? The UPK didn't make up this language. There's no vowels in Hebrew. Read the part again.
Originally, only the consonants were used.
Originally, what does originally mean? In the origin. Origin is the root word of originally. In the origin, only the consonants were used. So there was no E's, I's, and U's. The letter A, as we use today in English, is not the same A as we use in Hebrew. You see what I'm saying? This A right here, this R. It's not an A, it's an R. This is a consonant. You see what I'm saying? Vowel meaning I write a D. Right? I'm gonna put an A behind it for the vowel. Right? Hebrew didn't have that. We just wrote out whatever we were saying. All of these have their own individual sound without the support of a vowel behind those consonants. So there was no vowels used. Read it again.
Originally, only the consonants were used.
Originally, only the consonants were used. We didn't have A, E, I, or U, like how the Yiddish has it, like how the Jewish man got it. Meaning what? Yale is saying that their Hebrew is not the real Hebrew.
Right.
Yale University. That ain't us. That's nothing that we made up. We didn't make up the Lashawan Qadash. We didn't make up Imad.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's just the rules of Lashawan Qadash. I have an A here as a vowel to support, right? According to the rules of your English-speaking mind. We got to put that in there for your English-speaking mind. When you write it in there, in the Hebrew, this is I. This is that I right here. This is the ma, right? That's this ma right here for your English-speaking mind. Because we're trying to make your English-speaking mind understand, right? And then we got the da, which is a triangle. That triangle means the door, dalaf, right? There's no need for a vowel right here. Skip that to the part where it says they would use one of the consonants as a double for a vowel. Okay.
These letters continue to be used as consonants as well, much later.
Right. So so what they're saying is they took one of these letters, which is a ha. I seen them use let me write out how they write it. Right?
Ya. They put the wa, ya, and the ha.
The ya, the ha, and the what?
The wa.
And the wa.
The wa they got for O or U.
Yeah. They got the wa. Hold on, let me write that on it. They got the wa for O or U.
The ya they have for I.
The ya they have for I or E.
And the ha they have for the letter A.
The ha they have for the letter A. I pick up the Captain Kazza. He brought out something about another Jewish scholar, right? Who was saying another one. There's another one of the same one. On fire on him, and he came back from the dead. Damn, the spirit of Christ is in here, man. he did all these things in here. You know what I mean? I also see them. I got a Hebrew concordance, and on the lower half they got some notes, and they use the I as well, right? The I like this. In the Hebrew, they use the I. They keep using the I all over the place, make it very difficult to understand in their bastardization of the language.
So that.
Yeah.
You were about to say something. You say big up to Captain Katazai.
Big up to Captain Katazai. He was bringing out how in 500 AD, the Mazarans added that into their language fixtures in 500 AD. You see what I'm saying? They added all these extra ha's and wah's in the language to represent their vowels. Let me see if we can get you the video. Oh, let's see if we can get the video. Bear with me 1 second. Urge baby. So we can turn it around.
The hey, the wow, and the yod.
The hey, the wow, and the yod.
Hebrew, these letters took the place of vowels. So, for example, at Qumran.
So he said these letters took the place of vowels. This is an oppressor talking. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't respect Negroes with braids. I know my hair is not the tidiest because I got them ruffled braids like David had. You see what I'm saying? So you're not gonna respect me because I'm a Negro from the ghetto. You see what I'm saying?
When the manuscripts have no vowel pointings, the vowels are added by the Masoretes starting about AD.
Added by the who? The Masoretes, right?
When the manuscripts have no vowel pointings, the vowels are added by the Masoretes starting about AD 500.
So the Masoretes added them. What he's saying is the Masoretes added them in AD 500 AD. All right, let's see if there's any more on there you got to see.
Or the vowels indicated for words that need the variation to be given so that you can understand which word is intended. They used the vowel letters.
Right. Meaning what? For what? For their Caucasian needs of the language. So whatever way how they understood their language, they needed these things, right? For them to interpret the speech of the language or the phonetics, the spoken word. Because they couldn't understand a language with no vowels. It was strange to them. You see what I'm saying? So they needed to do this thing, all right?
A lot about that as we go along from time to time.
Okay. And that's who's that?
The labials.
Is he an EPK? No, that's a devil. You see what I'm saying? Big up Captain Katazai. He was the one who brought it out, all right? Most High in Christ, all right? Good.
Yeah, other questions, sir?
Go ahead.
Laura Charles.
Big up to Lord Charles, man. You know what I mean? He wanted to be in this class on the screen. I couldn't do it today. It was rushing. Slap it, right? Yeah. Next week, just shoot me a text before class so I can know to have it in mind to bring other people into the class on the screen with us, right? So we can have live interaction, all right?
He said, Salakia, so if I may,
yeah.
On the board before, you said that we will say Shalom Laka.
Yeah.
For peace to you.
Mm-hmm.
So why do we say La Yasharala when we drink the wine for service, meaning two for Israel? Basically, what he's trying to get. Mm-hmm. Basically, when does the La go in the front or the back of a word?
Okay, good question. Peace to you. Right? We have the word peace is shalom, right? Shalom. Shalom is a root word. Root word. Right? Two, right? In Hebrew is la. La is a preposition. Preposition means this goes before a word, right? You will be ka. This is a possessive. So possessives have to go at the end of something else.
Like from the dead.
You're alive again.
You put it over.
Yeah, you're alive again, right?
You should have.
Get a card or something.
No, shoot him.
Okay, card. Okay. Shalom Aka. So let's write it in the Hebrew now, right? Let's write it in how you would read it in the Tanakh. Let's write it in the Assyrian Hebrew, right? Sha, right? La, right? Ma, right? That's shalom. It's a root word, right? And then we have what? La is a preposition. So it's not to shalom. It's shalom to you, right? So then you have to go over here now. You got to give it a space. And you got la, right? And then ka is the possessive. Ka goes at the end of a word. The ka goes right here. Shalom, shalom, la ka. Okay? So that's how it will be done. Right? La yasharala. La is a preposition, meaning it will go before a word. So now I want to say la yasharala to Israel. Right? It's la. Right? La. And then what? Being a preposition, it goes right on to the front of the root word. Ya, sha, ra, a, la. La, yasharala. There will be no space on there because you don't, in Hebrew, we don't put spaces between prepositions and possessives. So here's the format that you want to know, right? What you're missing right here is the format. Okay? The format is 1. I don't want to do it like that. Do it upside down. I got the denominator up and down the wrong way. Right? Preposition. No, let me do it that way. Right? We got 4 steps. 1, right to left. 1, 2, and the 3 is in there, right? And then we got 4, right? Okay. 1 would be we start with the preposition. The key word is the pre-Civil War. This is a pre-notice. Pre this, pre that. That pre-position, right, means before the position word. The position word will be your root word. This is the word in position. Okay? That 3 right here is for that wa or ya. That wa or ya, as wa is like an ing, ya is like an ed. Right? The number 4 is for what? What's left at the end? The possessives. Right? Your possessives. Your he, no, not your his, her, my, your, right? And not my would be referred to as me, how we talk. That your will be referred to as you, the way how we talk. Okay? And it's going to be always like this. You're always going to be doing this. Right? So down here, peace to you, we start with peace. So what do we got? We don't have a 1. All we got is 2. The root word. Good. Then we start again. Now what? Peace to you. We start with 1. The preposition. There's no root word after that. All we got next is the possessive. So you put the same step in according, right? You skip 1. You got 1. You skip 2 because you don't got 2. You skip 3 because there's no 3 to go into 2, right? And then what? The possessive, 4. So we start with 2, 1, 4. Right? In that order, right? Let me give a better example. The regular, the waya, amar, Yahweh al Masha, right? The beginning of every chapter in all of the books of Moses, right? Right? Starting from Exodus, right? Let's get that. Don't let me forget to keep going with the class of Luke later on, right? I just want to feed the brothers where they ask to be fed right here. All right? We have. Let's get the English where it said it.
The Lord spake to Moses.
And the Lord spake to Moses, right? So we'll say, and
In Leviticus.
You're reading just like this. And capital Lord too. And the Lord said Spake or said?
Spake unto Moses.
So let me write it as the scripture said. And the Lord spake unto, let's put it unto with a U, if I'm not mistaken, that's all right. And the Lord spake, huh? And the Lord spake unto Moses. Okay? So now we're gonna get and. Right? But if it's a spake, what that's Leviticus what or what?
22 and 33.
23 and 33. So I just want to make sure that I get it right. Because I know sometimes if it says spake instead of said, it might say the bar.
It's the bar, sir. Right. The bar,
Okay, so we'll just put the bar there, right?
The bar is the spoke, or in the KJV, we translate it as spake.
Come. So let me put that now, right? So in English, we write from left to right. In Hebrew, we write from right to left. So it's going to be, as a matter of fact, let me put it in English letters so we can all understand, right? Here's and. And is wa. Wa is a preposition, right? And then we got what? And it's going to say the Lord's gender, right? It's going to say wa ya the bar.
Wa ya the bar, sir.
Right, good. Wa ya. That ya means he. Right? And it's going to say what?
Yahweh.
You're not going to say where is the bar. Where is the bar? Right?
Why ya the bar? Yahweh.
Okay, where is the bar? So let me just make adequate space. I know we're going to run out. I want it in one line. Wa ya the bar. Right? That's wa. The ya means he. The bar is spake. It's going to say the Lord's name, right? You see capital L-O-R-D, right? It's going to always be the Lord's name. Now, since the addition of the ha, the wa, and ya, right, by the Masoretes, you got a fake Israelite group called GOCC, who said the Lord's name is not Yahweh because the Masoretes added it in there. That's a lie. This book actually tells you it's a lie. Let's see if you can go back to page 3 right there. About where it talks about the Masoretes in action. Okay. Warrior the bar, right? So we got the and out the way, right? We got the Lord out the way, the Lord's name out the way. We got the spake out the way. We're onto the word unto. And that unto comes down to al. Right? And Marsha. Marsha is Moses' name. Right? Marsha is Moses' name. So now here was the thing with the rules. The rules is this. I put these little dashes here to show you that this is connected. Right? When you're writing, maybe I'm not saying it right? I put the dashes here to show you that there will be no space in here. So in English letters, I'm going to put a space between words, right? Other ones I join them all together. I put a dash in here to show you that in Hebrew, there will be no space here, right? Because this is a preposition. This is a preposition, and this will be the root word. Space, Lord's name, another root word. Space, al is a root word. Space, root word. So here's the rules. We got one, for that one right here, preposition. 1, 1, 2. There's no tense there. So 3 and 4 is not there. That's it. Then we go on to the Lord's name. There's no preposition there. So we start straight at number 2, which is the root word. Right? There's no tense in there, and there's no possessives behind the Lord's name. So we go to the next one. Al. There's no preposition there. We only have al as the root word. There's no tense there. There's no possessive there. Next one. Marsha, Moses. There's no preposition in front of his name, right? So we skip number 1. Marsha is the root word. That's number 2. There's no tense in his name for number 3. So we skip number 3. There's no possessive at the end of Marsha. We skip number 4. That's how you have to continuously go on in the chain of thinking when it comes to reading the Hebrew. You're constantly doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? See if you want to get a drink of water or something right there, right? Right, you know.
because I got the textures you asked for, sir.
Okay.
Much later, in the Middle Ages, a system of dots and dashes was devised.
It said much later in the Middle Ages. So they started this in 500 AD. Much later in the Middle Ages now, when the Jewish people really became the Jewish people. Right? Keep reading.
A system of dots and dashes was devised to indicate every vowel.
So that's when the Masoretes, right, started putting these dots and dashes around them. In the Middle Ages. Right? So those dots and dashes that everyone always want to ask about your class, what are these dots and dashes? That's from the Masoretes. Later on, to replace all the additional has and was, they start putting these dots and dashes in their language, in the Tanakh. Why? Keep reading.
This was done by scholars we call Masoretes.
This was done by Jewish scholars. The Jewish scholars are called Masoretes. Keep reading.
By that time, the text was so sacred.
By that time, the what?
The text.
The text
was so sacred.
What sacred text are we talking about?
The Torah.
The Torah, the Tanakh, the Bible. They did not want to change the Bible. That's what they said. That's what Yale said according to the Masoretes. Keep reading.
The text was so sacred that the vowel letters Ya, Wa, Ha could not be removed. So the dot dash system was used in addition to the vowel letters.
Right. So we got tenses in there already. We got was in there. We got yas in there. They didn't want to remove these things because they used those things as vowels. They didn't want to remove them. You see what I'm saying? So they did what instead?
So they added. So the dot dash system was used.
So the dot and dash system. The dot and dash system was what?
Used in addition.
Was used in addition. Right? Because they did not want to change the words of the Bible because they considered it sacred. Meaning they didn't want to change anything in the Bible because they considered it sacred. So those dots and dashes came out of that.
They didn't know they were preserving it for us.
They didn't know that they were preserving it for us because I can't read no extra has and was. I can't interpret that. And I can't interpret no dots and dashes. Don't got the patience to, don't got the need to. We have to every Saturday reading up right around the dots and dashes in the Tanakh. You know what I mean? He looks at the dots and dashes and they don't even exist there. They're like decoration on the paper. They're like art, just there just for no purpose other than to look nice. Decorate the books with that. We really like them without the dots and dashes. All right. Moving on. Right. Any more questions on there?
Go ahead, sir. Checking in. Lower Charles asked Elijah, sir, so Shalom Lakam will be a peace offering to you all?
Yes. Okay, good. Right. So now here we have how the Waya the bar will be written. Right. That Waya the bar. Right. Will be written together like that. Right. And in between the root words that have no prepositions or possessives, they be spaced out amongst themselves. All right. If that helps you to understand any better. Right. Anything you don't understand? Just let me know. We'll try to get more examples. Right? So shalom is anything where you're making peace. All right? Okay? Good. What time we got here? We got 8:30?
8:33, sir.
Let me get that Psalms 133rd and 1. Let me get the alphabet before we will never do that. Right? The alphabet is always important. Know what each thing is, right? So for those who have never got it before, get your pens and papers out, all right? Okay, we got a troop in the class. I want him to write the alphabet out, as a matter of fact, right? I'm gonna try to see if I can just space the law right here. One. Okay. The middle of the board will be here. We have 22 Hebrew characters in total, so 11 and 11. Right? We should have letter number 6 right here. Right? Ba, ga, sa, ha, wa. Right? Have wa right here. La, ma, na, sa, I, pa. The pa right here. Okay? If I could, if you could come to the board and write your alphabet on the board, right? You're only gonna write them in the ancient. You're gonna start here, you're gonna make your way down. I gave you a space to even out during the frame of the board. So this is the middle. So your wa is gonna be here. A, ba, ga, da, ha, wa. Right? You're gonna go all the way down, right? Ba, ga, ba. That's the that bar is good. Ba, ga, da, ha. You're missing the ha. So it was close. Okay. And then there's a ha. Put a big ha right there. Right? Good. Go down. Below the wa.
Wait, slap. Oh.
And then wa is already on the board. I wrote wa. So we're gonna go below what I wrote. Right? So that's wa right there. Right? After wa is what? Good. Keep going. Good. Ta.
La.
Nope, not la. Not la.
Slap.
So good. Not la. La, you're gonna start the other side of the board with la. Alright? So la, you can forget about la on the side of the board. Abagada hawaza ka ta ya. You're gonna write ya. Good. We have an alphabet machine here. Let's see this one this time. Abagada hawaza ka ta ya ka. Ka. Okay.
Okay. Come. Let's start on the other side of the one.
Yeah, please.
Come. La.
La, ma, na, sa, I.
You start on the other side with the la.
Sa. I. Pa. Minister.
You could put the car down here. Put the car down here under the yacht.
I don't see it in the back. See one on the front. I'll bring one. Okay. You're gonna start on the top side of the board. On the other side, lock.
It's like, yeah, I raised the pop by mistake.
Hmm?
I raised the pop.
Okay, you put it back. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it looked a little crazy, but
Oh, you good. You good.
Lock, no.
Okay. Everyone, please make sure you get this alphabet sheet from your camp leader. All right. Make sure everyone in your zones, have your camp leader either print them to you, have one saved in your phone like here, just in case, one day there's none on paper. I know we're living in a digital age, but you want to make sure you have the paper one somewhere nearby, in the back of your Bibles also. Keep one of these nearby, right? If you need any help, you can hold this right here, right? Okay. Right. So you're at I. You're right here.
Yeah.
Right? So you're either in the pa's here. So you're gonna go after pa, and you're gonna do what? No. You're right in front of the pa. Good. Good. Try to spread them out too. So you see you got space. Try to utilize all that space on the board, right?
Come.
Okay. No, stay where you at. Just erase that last taza and the pa, taza, quara. All right, go ahead. Right, just write some space in between them, all right?
Come.
So, okay, good. I like how you space those out. Space all the other ones out, my bubble shot. Start at the top, the la. Go ahead. Make that la a little bigger too. What time we got?
8:42, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Write that la right there. Good. Good, perfect. Good, all right, good. Go back to the other side of the board, right? All those up at the top there. You can leave the R there. Just erase to leave the bar there. Just do something with that da, that ga, and the da and a ha. Erase those three right there. The ga, the da, and a ha. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, the guy is actually a small letter. Right? So make it small. There you go. Perfect. And then what?
Ha.
Good. Write it right there. Right? Put some more definition on that bar up there. That bar is very light up there. Alright. Good, right? And then get the from that car on down, see if we can space out those car on down, alright? Yeah, go ahead, wipe it up. Car. Is the pen running out on you?
Last two hours.
Okay, come on. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I wrote it backwards.
Perfect. Clap it up.
No sign Christ.
Good. Do you know the sounds of what these alphabets make? Write them on the board in capital letters, please. All right. Not BH. BA, all right?
Oh, slide.
We got to erase on right on the door handle too if you need, all right?
Come.
All right. Write them a little closer to their character, right? Not all the way. Just make sure you stay on track with where you're at on the board and adjacent to the letters. Don't erase nothing. Keep going, all right?
Go.
All right, but it's write that wa beside the wa. All right, there we go. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
All the students and said, when I start taking classes, I'm definitely going to need your influence. You're a good teacher.
Oh, most times, I appreciate that. Good, there we go. Wrap it up. That was very good, all right? All right, most times, go on, all right? You gotta proceed, all right? Put it on, all right? So what, Olivia Arnold, also for the feedback, let me know if it looks any better to you, all right? Right, so let me know if it looks any better to you, right? We're not done yet, we have to fill in the rest of these things. Samani, when you go to try? Okay, what's it, all right? So is for Allah, right? Allah is a cow, right? Ba is for Ba-ya, right? Ba-ya is a tent, right? Ga is for Gamal. Gamal is camel. Gamal's camel, all right? Okay, that is for Dala. Right, Dala is door. Right, both of them begin with D. You know, I don't know how someone's gonna say that. Look at the shield of David. It's a satanic symbol. You don't know a damn thing. Know nothing about nothing. Trying to tell us what things is. Hana is the Hebrew word to say behold. When you look in the Bible and see behold, it's Hana. Right? Today, you say here. This will be a word for here today. Okay? Wa is for wa, which is a fish hook. Right? It's a fish hook. Okay? That is for Zion. Zion is weapon. Ka is for Kawama. Kawama is a, what's Kawama? Fence, very good. Ta is for Ta-na'a. So Ta-na'a. Basket, very good. Ya is for Yad. Yad is a hand. Kap is for cup. Cup is the palm of your hand. Okay. La is for lamad. Lamad is the word for learn. They both begin with the same letter here. Learn. Ma is for mayam. Mayam. Mayam is water. Ma means of. Yam means the sea. Water is from the sea. Now is for Nawan. We went over this earlier. When it came to the sons and the builders of the family, the extension of the family tree. Nawan is the word for sprout. Okay. Sa is for Samak. The pictograph is the picture of a flag. You establish new territory. You put a flag there to establish. Establish new territory, right? Establish. I is for ayan. That I, when we say I, is the same I in your head. Ayan. Right? Pa. Right? Pot, from pa is your mouth. Taza is from tazad, right? This is a picture of a man on his side, right? Tazad means side. When it said in the book from Biblical Hebrew textbook, right? It talked about the progression of the language, if I'm not mistaken, it is all right. Just said there was different in the Hebrew language. There were different periods of development. This was one period of development, right, where we started to adjust the writing based out of convenience of writing, right. Kwam is for Kwam. Kwam means rise. It's the figure of the sun rising out of the horizon. Ra'ash. What's Ra'ash? Right, Ra'ash is head. Shan, teeth. Right, that's Shan for teeth. La, hold on. La, meaning Lashan, because your teeth is right to your tongue. Lashan is where you get tongue from. It's built on this word Shan. Right? And then we got what? Thou. What does thou mean? Mark, because X marks the spot. You're going to find things on this X, on this map, right? So the very key things to learn in the language. I want to take a picture, come closer, I want to take a picture. Okay. Yeah.
We don't use wash anymore?
No. We went into Derek Obama. He went into a book called, let me show you the name of the book from my tablet. Store. He went into a book. Let me get the name of the book right now for you. Right? Where he went to show where the each word came from. And that quam, let me write it a little better too. Right? Because it's the sun at the horizon. It's the sun coming up out of the horizon, going up. That's what quam is, right? So we had a good estimate at the time when nobody knew what it was. Nobody was saying what it was. You know what I mean? We had a picture of the ancient Egyptian mousetrap. There we go. I don't know if you can see this. We had an ancient Egyptian mousetrap, right? That begins with a kwa in Hebrew called kwawash. So we thought that the kwa was this kwawash that you're looking at right here. We thought this was the kwa. It was I ain't gonna lie, it was a damn good estimate too, right? This was the ancient Egyptian mousetrap. Guess who the people was who built Egypt? The Israelites. We built Egypt. We made inventions and innovations. So we had an estimate that this was the kwa. Here's the problem. This language was from Adam. This language was from Egypt. Okay? And Adam saw the sun rising. Oh, let me get the book too. Just in case anybody out there wants to know what book that is. Right? Is this book right here. The Ancient Hebrew Lexicon of the Bible. All right? A book by Jeff Berner, it says. All right? Now, not everything in here is right? But for sure, just like all books, they have errors in there, they have their theories, right? But they are tools. And this was a tool to help us understand that kwa was quam and not kwawash. All right? So kwa is rise, for the sunrise, all right? Good. Do you have any more time?
5 minutes, sir.
5 minutes. Any more questions online? Okay, no problem. What I can do is we can look at the scripture on my tablet here if it's big enough. I would just go along with it and try to understand based on the screen here, right? So let me go to Psalms 133. I want a scripture that Jeremiah went over yesterday. So we can look at the Lashawan Qadash in action. Oh, first of all, let's do alphabets. We gotta say the alphabet. I'm gonna start. We're gonna go down in rank order. Right? Is that already? So I'm gonna start. Abba Gada Hawaza Ka Tayaka La Manasa I Pataza Kwara Sha Tha. Now this was a tradition done by General Kubalama. That was passed down there from General Mayat, passed down there from Commander Jehana, that we all say our alphabet, just so we don't forget, all right? Yes, is that ready?
Abagada hawaza ka ta ya ka la ma na sa ipata za kwara shata.
Okay. Anybody need help? Right? Anybody need help? Good? Okay, go ahead.
We'll be next in rank.
Abagada hawaza ka ya ka la ma na.
Hold on. Start again.
I think he's using the.
Oh, he's using this? Oh, that's fine. Go ahead.
Abagada hawaza ka ya ka la ma na. Sa I pa taza kwa ra shata.
Very good. This is off the Abadawan from ISBK Jamaica. Right? We have viewers from Jamaica all the time, live or not live.
Right.
And he's in. You want to tell him where you're at? In Jamaica? Huh? Clarendon, Jamaica. Right? So you say it again? Race Course Clarendon. Right? So if you want to participate with this in the school, You want to get into the army of Christ. You want to seal yourself in that number. You'd have to contact him. He is the only gate to the kingdom of heaven in Jamaica. You want to get on a chariot? He is the gate to the chariots in Kingston, Jamaica. You follow GOCC, you're gonna be left behind, man. You follow any of the other groups, you're gonna be left behind. There was 2 women at the well. One was taken and one was left. See what I'm saying? The kingdom was like, what? 10 women were married, 1 groom. 5 were wise. 5 were foolish. No problem. If you're wise, you go here. You got to enter into the straight gate. Because wide is the path to destruction. And there are how many? Few? No. There are many that enter therein into those wide gates. But you don't consider the straight gate. It's easier to go into the wider gates. You got to find him. And you're not finding him, so you've been failing this whole time. You want to stop being a failure. Stop being a loser. Stop being a quitter. Right? Have some initiative. Right? Do what the Most High said and get into the straight gate. No problem. Bye on your Allah. Go ahead.
Abagada was to your column on the sana ipa to Zwakwa Russia.
I'll take it. It's a little bit Creole there. It's a little bit Creole. Amania. Good, right? Okay, back to the board, right? That's what we do in the scripture, right? Let me get this right here. Door. Okay. I'm not sure if everyone in here is gonna be able to see. We wanted we got the interlinears on our phone, right? I'm going to the interlinear app, right? Everyone knows this app. We tell everyone to do on Sabbath service so they can follow along, right? It's the Hebrew, Greek. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get the folks further, right? Further.
Right here.
Right here?
Right here.
I want to bring it in. Right? It's going to have this logo right here. The Hebrew, Greek interlinear, right? I click on it, right? It's going to bring me to the Hebrew being followed with the English, right? It's going to have the number for the concordance called the root words underneath them. This is what we use to follow along in the Hebrew on the Sabbath service, so we can not be like Nathaniel 7, failures in IUIC, right? Failures who quit, failures who didn't have enough oil to continue on in the work of the school and give up and quit and start some purple group where everybody in there is getting down with transsexuals and hating each other and sleeping with other wives and passing around the blue waffle in there, right? You want to not be like them, right? Don't be a failure, right? You want to follow along. You want to strive for mastery, like Christ said. No problem. We're going to go to Psalms 133, but we're up on the time. Okay. Abdal, I know you need to do the show, right, in Jamaica, right? Huh? Right. Okay. So here it was. And it says, behold, how pleasant is it? Let's get it in English also, someone please, right? Psalms 133 and 1. Right? So this is what they got here. This is the name of the book and the section. Shayar to say what? Should be song, right? A song, Shayar, song. Right? So psalm is a song. Psalm is the word psalm in itself, according to the Zondervan, is supposed to be the sound that a heart makes. It's like a song, right? But Shar is Shayar. And they got the I'm not sure if this is the author, Ha Milawath. All right, I'm not sure. It says ascent. Okay, so this is ascent like steps. Okay, no problem, right? And it says, these are the ascents of David. La Dawa. That la is the preposition that we was talking about earlier. La. They put the preposition right on David's name. If you can see that Dawad right there, Dawada. That's David. They put the preposition right onto the front of David's name. So you can see, right? It's nothing that we made up. We know Hebrew, and your fake Israelite group does not. Okay, good. You got it in English, Bayaniala? Read.
Psalms 133 and 1.
A
song of decrees of David. Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Right, that's what the scripture says. How what? Start from the top.
Behold, how good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity.
And you won't get that in a fake Israelite group. You won't get it in church. Your mother goes to a church where she hates her sister in the church.
Right.
And hate the other women neighbors in her church. The neighbors that live right beside her on her street, in her neighborhood. They go to that church and hate each other in the church because they don't live in unity in that church. No problem. You find that in the UPK, right? Behold, that behold, right? We went over that earlier. That behold is this behold right here. Ha na. Right? Behold. Behold. Underneath it says what? Ha na. All right? So we're not teaching foolishness in here. All right? How, right? That ma is what? You see what I'm saying? That ma is what? Tawab is how we say good. We say that all the time, tawab. Right? Good. So it says what good and what nayam, right? Nayam is the word for pleasant here. Right? Shabbath. Right? Shabbath is the word for rest. They got here yashab as a root. I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure, right? But Shabbat is the word for rest. We would rest in our house. So what they're saying here is those words are probably related. The word Shabbat and Yashab. Go ahead.
Wouldn't Yashab means to sit, to relax?
Yes, Yashab means to sit because we will go to a new area and we will sit in that new area. So it was down by the rivers of Babylon where I sat down because we moved there. We moved to Babylon. Okay. Akyam, that's the word for brothers. You hear us say that all the time. Akyam, right? Gum, it says again. Gum is also. Gum is not again. Again, they use it for again. You use the word like that's based on the word number 2, from what I've seen. Right? Gum is also. All right. And yakad, we went over yakad earlier. Yakad is the word for unity, based out of the root akkad. Yakad comes from akkad because akkad is one, and ya is a preposition. To say he. To say he one, meaning to mean we are all one. That's what it means to be unity, right? And with that, I pass the class the priest officer of 5,000, Yatazar. Yatazar Banloya.
For the class. Christ, man of Israel, we want to give one courtesy salute. Man of Israel, I imagine Shabbat, I imagine Barak, Yachmata. Saul towards the sister, I imagine. Men of Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sister. Men of Israel, I imagine Shabbat, I imagine Barak, Yahweh Shema Adabah Hashem Yahshua. Yachmata, dismiss. My sister asked, where can I find this online myself?
Find what, the class?
She's talking about this.
Oh, you ain't gonna find it nowhere except here.
She take a screenshot of it, sis. Okay. Screenshot of it right now. Give me 5 seconds.
You can't Google this. You can't go to the Jewish man for this. You can't go to no fake Israelite for this. This is UPK exclusive. Only we have this. Amos said that the secrets are revealed unto the prophets of the Lord, and this is a secret, right? According to the Bible, right? Amos 3 and 7. You can read it in your own time, right? That's why we have this, right? Is that it?
That Dion Campbell said I should be in class in person.
You should. Don't be lazy, right? The kingdom cometh not with observation. You gotta get here, get into the straight gate personally. Be here. If you're not here, you're a failure. You're a failure to God. You're a failure to your family. You're a failure to your whole race. You see, even animals hope that the Israelites rule. Yeah, right. You're a failure to the pigeons. Right. You see what I'm saying? You're a failure to the rats and roaches. The rats and roaches all gonna die because you don't want to get in the UPK from rat poison. You see what I'm saying? You gotta stop wasting time, man. You see, Christ died that we come back unto him, man, and live together in unity like the scriptures have said. Stop being a failure to Christ, man. Stop pissing on his grave. Get up in here. All right?
With that, shalom, Israel.
All right, shalom.